All right. I'm really excited to come to you guys tonight. So instead of one, we have two really great stories tonight. And these are going to show you what separates the MIH Mastermind group from other groups and what's making us this elite family mastermind that I always talk about. So let's start with Josh. So Josh, you're starting in February, but you didn't even start yet. And so we have some great stuff to talk about. We had a really good call. Okay. So on our call, I noticed, we're talking what you do for a living and everything. You're into crypto, and we have an awesome crypto chat. And John Beatty's on there, and Brian Mullen. And instantly, what I'm thinking, besides closing deals, because that's everybody thinks mastermind, multifamily close. That's not our mastermind. Is not just closing deals. It's protecting our families. It's diversification. We do a lot of things. We have an awesome crypto. I hook you up with John Beatty, and what happens just from a networking call? You guys are talking every day, and we're looking to start crypto businesses. But even better than that, which is going to happen because we're in the talks, and that chat is awesome, by the way. People are making money, they're really learning. What's even better than that? Tell us what happened better than the crypto.
Well, I guess number one is, real estate deals. We got into a 70 unit with you guys. We got into a 25 JV deal with some people that we networked with through the mastermind, who demonstrated some like real intelligence and mastery of their market. So
I gotta cut you off 1 second, just like Chad Gorman. Before you even start the mastermind in February, you're already, I want people to hear this, already in the JV deal, right? And you're in an awesome deal with me and Chris. So yeah. Go ahead, keep.
Yeah, and I know that we're thinking about another deal with you guys, that's kind of up in the air right now. So yeah, I mean, we're networking, we're meeting some extremely intelligent people who have great markets that they're in and great businesses that they build. And they're just looking for other like-minded, hardworking people. So it's like birds of a feather, really. I had 25, 30 people who are all super smart, super motivated, really high energy, great people.
And can you imagine when you start? This is before.
I know. It's crazy.
What was awesome, what impressed me about you is what I loved is I said, you're so excited to join and start that when you kept telling me when we saw me at MM4, Marco, you shook my hand. You're like, listen, I want to intern with somebody. I don't, I want to get in a deal. I'll work in asset management for free. And that's how somebody I teach. That's a good business person. That's how you get ahead. Is I did that with my brother and Jake one time. I'm like, I'll help with this deal. When I first raised the first time in 2018, I don't want GP. I don't want acquisition. I want to prove myself. So that's what you're like the same way. They teach people, prove yourself, get on a team. Don't worry about the money. The money will come after. Once you're on that team, you'll do 4, 5, 6 deals. And you had that mentality. And I was telling people in the mastermind, you guys got to reach out to Josh.
You know why? And it's partially because of how I just kind of got into my work life in general. I started off as a tradesperson in a printing business. And, as a tradesperson, you just learn by doing, right? So that's how I've always kind of thought about things. Now, subsequently, I got a couple degrees and other things like that, but I still have the mindset, let me get my hands dirty. Let me learn from mentors and masters. I need the smart people to make me smart. So it was the perfect place for me to come.
So now you're perfectly set up. This happened in November, December. Now you're in a JV deal. You're going to be 2 deals with me and Chris. So you have the LP and GP mindset that I teach now. Not many groups teach that because people come in, I need my own deals. No, you also need to have that LP and GP mindset. Like Robert Musso's got 5 LP deals with me, 500 grand in, and he's got 6 of his own deals he closed last year. That is the best. Not everybody has that much money, but yes, everybody's got 50 grand to go in an LP position and then have some of their own money for a GP position. So it's like being modest. It's like put the ego aside. It's like, you don't know what you need. Listen to your mentors, right? So
yeah, and you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So now you're good to go. February, you're in these deals. We're ready to go. We're going to start the education and your three focus areas, your action plan. And now I'm going to get to a second story tonight is Javier and Amanda. And I'm going to start out their call. I got on with them. And I see the vision, and I see, they had a good Tony Robbins mindset, like me on Tony Robbins talk. And on that call, they are coming very motivated. They know what they wanted. They knew their vision. So Javier and Amanda, tell me how you guys started on that first call, to where you guys are now, to what you've done in 6 months maybe in the mastermind. How many months have you been
in? 4th deal. We're in our 4th deal.
Your 4th deal.
And we connected February, March of last year through Joseph, who posted a Bigger Pockets post Lawrence, Kansas, I think it was 60 some units. And Amanda responded to that. We had a call with Yosef, loved Yosef. He thought, you know, given what we had done up to that point, I think we had purchased 9 units and we were hungry. We wanted to kind of graduate from the small multifamily to larger multifamily. And we were scrambling, just like going everywhere. Like, who do we know who could kind of teach us in multifamily? And that call with you, you know, February, March was kind of the beginning. And we were honored that you kind of saw the hunger and the determination in both of us, and invited us to join the June MIH group.
Well, like Josh, a great story about you guys is, let me just do one thing, is that the first deal, me and Chris, is you came in and you said to me, you said, listen, I know we want to raise, and a lot of people do that, but you didn't, they say they want to raise, but when we had the deal, so I said, you know what, I'll put aside, it was already kind of over raised. I said, I'll give you a chunk of 500,000 just to practice. And that's how I do it. Bring you along, do 500, then do 800, then do $1 million. And you guys were like, I love it. It's like an elite level. When we got to the deal, we did the Zoom call. The next day, you guys were like, our $500,000 of people, they're all lined up. And that was amazing, because this is the first time you're doing it. And I'll tell people how you talk to people. You have that absolute certain through education where you're telling your investors, like, you know, this is a great deal. You need to get in. Like, people are afraid to talk like that when they're beginning at attracting money. You guys are doing better than beginners. So let me unmute you. You raised 500 for that deal, but we were so overraised. I raised like 9 million for a $5 million raise that you put 300 in mine. You had extra money and you got into a second JV deal with Robert Musso. That was 2 deals. So you took some of the money there and you invested your own money in that JV deal. So you have a JV in there, but those are 2. Then you did 2 more JVs with Robert, correct? To make 4. That's 4 deals. And now you're raising now easily 500 plus for one of our deals that's coming up. And I'm just really, really impressed. You're learning how I do it. On we're not building just systems of pushing a button with emailing, but the scarcity and desire, the innovation, what we're teaching, how to attract money. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think, Marco, being part of this group, you talked about absolute certainty. I think being surrounded by, you know, yourself, Robert Musso, people who are very experienced and knowledgeable has given us so much in terms of education and being able to learn. And that gives us the confidence to then go out and speak to people. And I think that's why we had such great traction and success initially. And it's just compounded on that since then. And it's so exciting. And we're really excited to see what this year brings. I mean, we've only been in MIH for 6 months. It's pretty incredible to see what we've accomplished.
Like I said, this is gonna be your 5th deal. And I'm like, it's almost not believable, but that's the power that we teach of proximity. Proximity is power. And I teach it the right way because I learned it from the master, Tony Robbins. I literally learned it from him, 7 Force of Business Mastery. And I'm going again to him for 5 days. We're going to take 40 or 50 MIH members with us, which is epic. And you learn the word, the leverage. We learn that word. These are just, people think they're just words. We study them for 2 hours. I have lessons for them. So momentum, leverage, these are all words that are learned, that people throw up on posts and use, but they don't really learn it. So, and that's what you guys are doing. It's exciting. And then people say, how are you in 5 deals? That's how you're in 5 deals. All these words, momentum, leverage, proximity, and everything in the mastermind. And the mastermind is hyper-focused. It's not one of these, it's not a huge group. It's I call it 95 strong. We're like at 104 right now. So we have to change that hashtag. But we're not growing. We're not scaling. I have people, you saw the post, people are begging to trying to get in, and I can't let everybody in. We're interviewing, we're letting a few select people in every year, only a few now because we're at that number. And that's the true quality over quantity, because I could be at 500. We're not going to let that happen. We have the core of what we need. We have the crypto chat, the health and wealth chat. We even have a health and wealth chat that we're going to put up. And we have the multifamily. And then even a short-term rental chat where Frank Lamarck runs it. Cameron's in there, Valerie's in there. It's an unbelievable group. You know, so it's not, we're multifamily driven, but we're here to protect our families with everything else. I appreciate you guys coming on, and it just, your success just drives me to be the best leader I can for the MIH Mastermind. So appreciate
Thank you so much,
Marco.
Thank you, Marco.
Let's make it happen this year.